Hey there, welcome back to the game. Today we're going to have a look at digging out our mountain a bit more over here and getting in and doing as much of the fortresses as we can. Right, I'm just going to head down there now. Now, one of the things we're going to be looking at is getting materials for actually building your mountain, building your fortress out. We're aiming for a large castle. I haven't entirely decided on the style, but that's sort of something that we'll pick up on later on. What we're going to be looking at doing here is making sure that we're collecting enough materials. Oops, looks like I left the door open here. There's only a duck in here, no zombies. Making sure you're collecting materials from hollowing out the mountain and then using that to build the exterior. That's basically where we're going today. So I'm just going to really hit in here and dig out as much as we can. So let's just do a bit of a time lapse and dig this out. Okay, so that's got a fair amount of cobblestone started from inside here. Now I'm going to go outside and just give you an example of what I mean by using that to build up the exterior. Up around the corner here, up on the hill, we've got this edge here. Let me have a look. That there's pretty good. We're going to leave that. But up on top here, we've got some gaps where it's not quite up as high as we might want to go, not as even as the rest of it. So I'm just going to see if I can make my way up here. Should have a pretty easy stair up this way. I'll just have to dig some of the leaves out to get past. There we go, dig a few extra steps up on top and we can check out the top of the area we've got over here. Okay, it's quite well grown up here. We're going to want to come up here and harvest some of this timber as well, I'm thinking. And if we just have a wander over this way, we'll be able to see down the edge here where it kind of falls off and doesn't maintain the same height of wall along here. There we go. I'll just hold down that shift key again into creep mode and we can just wander out sideways here, and you can see what I mean here where the wall starts to meander away down here a bit. So what I'm going to do is grab some of the cobblestone that I've just harvested, and not the door, the cobblestone, and I'm just going to start building up along here and getting that whole wall going along this edge. Okay, I'll just pull more cobblestone out of my inventory. There we go. And actually start putting some structure into the fortress as we want to see it evolve. So everything inside here is what I'm imagining will be inside the fortress. These things always sort of evolve and change as you go, so it's only a rough plan. Here we go. But if you give yourself some good boundaries like this when you get started, then it just helps solidify more about what it is that you want to build and how you want it to end up. The materials, not so fussed about in the short term. Long term you'll want to have a better idea of it, and you'll end up swapping some stuff out, no doubt, especially when you're doing it in survival mode. I mean, you could jump into create mode and do all this and save yourself a lot of time, but I kind of like doing these sorts of things in survival mode sometimes, just for the gameplay. Later on we'll probably switch to creator, sorry, and just to tune things along a bit quicker. Okie dokie. So I'll continue this wall down here over the next while, and I'll also make sure that I just dig out around the outside that extra block, because we're going to want this to be a fortified structure, so that means that at the very least we're creating a compound on top here, which only the sheep can climb out of but not back into again. Now you see that along here there's this natural corner and there's a couple of cave systems down there. We'll need to go explore those shortly. A natural edge here, so what we'll do is we'll just bring that along to there, probably that far, and then we'll head along that way and build the wall edge up along there. And that's going to provide the boundary for the top of the fortress. So I'll just carry on and do a bit more of that. You'll notice that I'm also building it all to a uniform height. This is just going to make it easier for me to keep things even when I get further into the build later on. Now it's already a reasonable depth back, and I'm just going to come along this way and see how far across our main structure actually does come. There's this reasonable sized hill on top here already, and it does keep going up a bit, and there's a natural edge along here to kind of where we're going that I want to pick out. I think I'm going to start here, where I've got this corner in the cliff face here, and I'm going to work on building up around here. So I'll build one up and take one out. That gives us once again a fortified edge that things can't get to us from if we want to continue along this way. Obviously you're never going to get a wall like this built in a single day in Minecraft, so you do need to keep an eye on the sun as always, and not place things in the wrong place. That doesn't help. Keep an eye on where the sun is as always, and just make sure that you're not going to get caught out with zombies and things as time goes by. Speaking of which, I really should have a look and see where it is now. Okay, so it's already getting a bit later, so I'm going to head back down now. We've got a rough idea now of where this is going to go to up here. Okay. It's funny that the weather in Minecraft is very much reflecting what's happening outside at the moment. We haven't got thunder yet, but the sky certainly looks like it could go that way. Anyway, we'll head back down and into our base of operations, which is nice and secure, even though I left the door open. That was clever of me. And we'll head up here now. Okay, now I've got some torches in here, by the way. I'm going to spend a bit of time now that I've got some more dirt as well, and just sort of build a roof up in here. So at least it'll keep us a bit drier digitally. go. Now if you've done any builds over the last few days or while you've been watching these videos, let us know what you've done and whether any of the stuff that we've been putting up is giving you good tips or ideas. Also whether you're a new player or a seasoned player, it's interesting to know that, and show me where you've been doing your stuff on YouTube. I'm really keen to go and have a look at your channel, and it would be really good if we could sort of collaborate with a few other channels and things as well and get to know who each other are. Well, that's always fun. Rightio, and I'll pick up that torch I just dropped and I'll set that in the wall here. There we go. And I'll just come up here. I'm going to build a bit of a shelter that comes over the stairwell hole as well, so it doesn't run straight down into the... There we go. And there we are. That's enough to stop the rain from falling down inside. Not that that has any real effect on us, but it does stop things from looking silly. Okay, as you can see, my stone pickaxe is wearing down a wee bit there as well, so I'm going to need to build a couple more of those, obviously. So I'll just head over to the crafting table here, and there we go. I can build myself another stone pickaxe. I'll just put it there for when that one wears out, and obviously I need to go and make some more stuff and get some more cobblestones and things as well. So there's another stone pickaxe just as a backup. It's always good to have a few of those around. They do wear out relatively quickly. Another thing I can make here are cobblestone stairs. Now they use up about 6 cobblestones, as you can see there. Make 4 sets of stairs out of that, and I'll do that again. There we go. So what I can do now is I can take those cobblestone stairs and I'll just put them down in my action bar so I can use them. I can take those cobblestone stairs and dig out that piece of dirt there and drop some cobblestone stairs in place. There we go. Same here. And same here. That's just a slightly tidier way of being able to get up and down and extend that roof out a little. There we go. And I'll go do the same with the stairs I've got down the bottom. Here we are. Now stairs are interesting because the way that they lay in is different dependent on how your of what your position is when you're placing them. So if you're below them and placing them on top, you can put stairs in upside down even, which is quite interesting. Okay, I'll actually dig out right underneath there. Oh, there goes that pickaxe, so I'll just go and replace that with one of those ones I just made. Good timing. And I'm just going to expand this room out down here a bit more. I'll grab that torch and I'll put it up on the wall here so I've still got light. There we go. You don't want to be caught into it in a dark place like this, in a place like this when it's dark, because that's just asking for zombies to spawn, really. dig this out, let the light spread around a bit more. Ta-da, there we go. So I've got all of those. And now I'm just going to grab some of those stairs here again, and I'll put one lot up there, another lot there. Well, you see what I mean? They can go upside down if they're not kind of the right way around. You've got to dig them out again. So I'll put some more stairs down here. There you go. And then another set there. That's the ones. And there we go. Fill that hole in. Whoops, I filled the hole in with stairs, didn't I? I should have hit the 9 instead of 0, then we can fill it in with dirt. And there we go. So now I've got some nice stairs going up and down. Not necessarily, but they're pretty. And at the end of the day, making pretty Minecraft stuff's better than making ugly Minecraft stuff. Okie dokie. Well, that's a good start for today. What we've done is we've set up a rough border up around the top of the mountain there, around where we want to make the castle. I might actually take that a wee bit higher than that as well. I'm going to put another couple of blocks on top of it. We'll see how we go there. We've dug out some more of our initial entry cavern down on the side, and we just need to go and get some more timber and bits and pieces so that we can start building up the interior of the castle as we go up as well. Okay, thanks for watching anyway. Pop back tomorrow, we'll do some more of this, and I'll in the meantime go clear up some more of the interior of the castle and build up some of the slow stuff that's more interesting to do than it is to watch, and we'll see how we're going with this build. Cheers. Don't forget to click subscribe and the like button and all of that sort of thing as well if you haven't already. See you later.